Did one of the kids paint your helmet this year?
They did, yeah. So both of them painted on this one. It's the first time I've ever had an Allgaier helmet, which is kind of cool. So I would love nothing more. I lost my helmet from last year to the NASCAR Hall of Fame for a year, right? I can promise you there would be nothing cooler than adding a second helmet to it. I'm gonna tell them to just leave the display the way that it is and just add a second helmet to it, because that would be pretty awesome. But probably the coolest thing for me in the last year was taking my kids to Hall of Fame, walking up to the display, and there's their helmet, right? The helmet that they put their blood, sweat, and tears into is sitting in a glass case. And I remember my youngest one, the moment of realization, right? Harper was like just this quiet smile, and shy smile. Willow was like, looked at it, and then kind of went away, and then looked at it again, and was like, "Wait a minute, that's I painted that," and that was a cool moment for me, and something that listen, I'm probably a little more sentimental than the other guys up here, but I'm double their age, but I definitely, for me, the later into my career I get, the more sentimental I become, and those are moments that I feel like are really cool.
I have a technical question for you.
Yes.
I'm coming regularly to this NASCAR stuff. Nevertheless, I learn all the time. You running in Phoenix several times for many years, also on other track. In principle, can you use the data from the previous years, or when practice and qualifying started, you start from zero again?
It's a good question, because I think the sport evolves quickly, right? We're still running the same basic race car from the Xfinity series that we had debuted in 2012, 2013. I don't remember exactly when we started this one. Was it 2011? When was it? When did we start running this car?
This car was 11.
2011? Okay, so 2011. So almost 15 years of the basic car, right?
Yeah.
So much stuff is different than stuff we do now you would have never have thought of doing back then. And even to that point, there's stuff that we do now, today, that we wouldn't have thought to do in February when we started the season, right?
Wow.
And so I think as technology evolves, and listen, Chevrolet has been an amazing partner of ours, right? And what they help with. But when you take racers and you take smart racers, right? When you take people that are trained in an area to be, that's their area of expertise, right? And then you add 5 or 10 or 15 of them together, right? I look at Junior Motorsports and I look in our engineering room and I laugh, because we didn't have an engineering staff like we have now when I started there, right? And that's grown and grown and grown. We've lost mechanics, but we've gained in engineers, right? And they're learning, and they're digging deep into these races week in and week out. I don't know what would have won here in the spring will win here in the fall, let alone what won here 2 years ago or 5 years ago. So, it's smart for us to have a good notebook and to know what hasn't worked in the past, but also be smart enough to know that we have to be open-minded and make changes that 2 years ago we may have said was the wrong way to go, and now it's the right way to go. So we're constantly evolving, and I'm excited for this weekend because of that.
And how important is simulator work? When in Europe, Formula One, even to club level, it's now non plus ultra. Yeah. How important is it in NASCAR?
It's very prevalent. Yeah. It's very important. I think that, listen, I think there's a reason why there's 4 Chevrolets up here on the stage, right? Because I feel like we've done the best job of managing that, right? All the little detail stuff. And the simulator is a big part of that. Whether it be from a driver standpoint and growing yourself, or from a team standpoint and being able to make changes to your cars. We actually work really closely with all the drivers, right? All the Chevrolet drivers. We work really closely on what we have to do to be better. And we're still battling each other. I think that's the weird part about our sport, is that if you went to, let's just say baseball, right? Yeah. The Blue Jays and the Dodgers going for a World Series, they're not going to go study together, right? They're not going to study the other team together, but we kind of do, right? So I think that makes our sport unique in how we operate. And listen, I've said it probably 100 times today, but there wouldn't be a non-deserving champion up here, and I'm proud of what we've kind of accomplished in the group that we have assembled.
What about wind tunnel testing compared to European?
I wish we had more of it.
More of it?
Yeah, NASCAR's limited us now to, I think, 15 hours or 10 hours for the Xfinity Series. and we're capped off. So, definitely a lot less.
In Europe, it's out of control.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not disappointed in the limits.
Yeah.
I just feel like the limits are low compared to what we used to have. I'd love to see a little bit more, but we're making the most of it. That's for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Did I ask you Christmas questions at Talladega?
No.
I did. Can you got 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the appropriate time for Christmas decorations to go up?
December 15th.
December 15th.
Yeah.
When's the appropriate time for them to come down?
Before January 1st.
Okay. Real tree or fake tree?
Well, as somebody that's not home for Christmas ever, fake tree, because I don't want to have to clean up a real tree when it dies in my house.
Okay. White lights or multicolored?
Oh, my wife and I are split on this. I'm a white lights person. She's a multicolored person. As long as it's done classy, I'm okay with multicolors. I'm not willing to. I can't do the way some people do multi lights. I can't do it.
LED or old school?
So I personally prefer the old school white. Like, that's just my thing, right? But a year ago or 2 years ago, I guess now, we did the lighting on our house where you can like change it, and so I have Christmas lights all year round technically. So I break my own rules, but they're white all year, and then for Christmas and holidays we put colors up. So I'm okay with it.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Great questions. Justin, can I get you just for one quick one?
Yep.
I know last year one of the cool moments for you was Junior charging in with the flag. What have the conversations been like this week? I know last year you guys had talked about it in the media, so there was a big conversation going into the race. But now that you've been there, you've done that, you are a champion. How's it been this year?
It's been great. I mean, it's so unique in the fact that we have 3 Junior Motorsport Chevys in the Final Four. Last year was just us. We were kind of the Lone Ranger from our group, right? And I think Dale is Dale's funny, man. I love the fact that he gets involved as he does, and he's so much a part of it. But he's also torn, right? He doesn't care which of the 3 of us wins, right? He really doesn't, and he just wants to see our company succeed. And he could make an argument for all of us, right? Like he's gonna sit back and he could say, each one of you, I can make an argument to why you should win, right? But at the end of the day, I'd love nothing more than to see him out there with that flag running around with it, right? But I'm gonna be proud of no matter which one of the 3 of us wins it, right? I'm hoping Jesse doesn't win it, right? Just from a selfish standpoint. But even if Jesse wins it, I look forward to going to Victory Lane and congratulating him, because there's not a non-deserving champion in this group, and we're all going to go out there and give it all we got, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Race car driver Kenny Wallace here. Live events are about creating memories with friends and family, and tickets provide that opportunity. I'll never forget when I attended Game 6 of the 2011 World Series watching my beloved St. Louis Cardinals, or when I went and watched Aerosmith. Man, I like that Steven Tyler. He can really sing. Grabs that microphone, got all those scarves hanging off the microphone. What a great memory. I like those songs. Sweet Mo. Oh, I won't try to sing. Oh, and for my next St. Louis Blues hockey game, I'm going to use my new sponsor, Game Time, to buy my tickets. With Game Time, you can save up to 60% off buying last-minute sports, concert, and theater tickets in your city. You can get panoramic views from your seat in the app before you buy. You get the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. You can save even more if you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. And your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service ticketing policy in the industry. Go to the link in my description to download the Game Time app and use code Kenny Wallace for $20 off your first purchase.